He has assets that he could liquidate and pay for their marriage. He lives in a $500,000 house or more. You have a Porsche. He has a Porsche. He has a slingshot. He has a Range Rover, which I don't even know how anybody would pay or afford the insurance on that per month. I'm seeing pictures of luxury handbags and stuff, liquefied.
All right, guys, this one starts off intense before the hearing even officially begins. Right out of the gate, accusations are flying. We're hearing about a man who allegedly lives in a $500,000 house, drives luxury vehicles like a Porsche, a Slingshot, and even a Range Rover. And it doesn't stop there. Designer handbags, expensive insurance costs, and a lifestyle that just doesn't match the income being reported. That's the key tension here. On one side, there's a claim of limited financial ability. On the other, a picture of wealth that raises serious questions. This isn't just background noise. This is strategy. Because in cases like this, lifestyle can become evidence. And right now, the narrative being built is clear. If you can afford luxury, you can afford responsibility.
Riles, please unmute and turn on your camera.
Okay, my camera is not working. I don't know why, but
okay. I understand. It looks orange. I don't know why, but yeah. Okay.
I don't know why it's orange neither. I don't know why.
Okay. All right. Do both of you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Looks like we had a hearing back in June, and we were trying to find out about Social Security and see if the child could receive a benefit. And I did some temporary orders. Mr. Tatum, go ahead and proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, Your Honor, the state would like to call the mother in this matter. Ma'am, can I get you to state your name for the record?
It's Aisha. It was Riles, but it's Aisha Coffee.
And the name of the child or children that we're here in reference to?
Tony Johnson.
All right. Is it your understanding that the child is currently receiving benefits from the father's Social Security?
Correct.
All right. Is that in the amount of $1,076 per month, which began on June 2025?
That's correct.
All right. In total, the child has received $18,084 from Social Security since June. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And the child is currently receiving state insurance. Is that correct?
Yes.
And is it your understanding that the father is receiving SSDI in the amount of $2,100 per month?
That's what he says, yes.
All right. Based off of that information, the state will request that the father pays medical support in the amount of $63 per month. Are you in agreement to that amount?
Yes.
And that child support beginning on October 1st, 2025 will be set at $0 per month based off of the outset for the Social Security. Are you in agreement to that as well?
Yes.
All right. The state has calculated child support arrears in this case in the amount of $24,167.08 before any credits are provided. Are you in agreement to the confirmation of the arrears and that amount?
Correct. Yes.
And the state will request, and you're in agreement to giving credit in the amount of $18,084 based off of the Social Security payments. Is that correct?
Now here's where things shift from emotional claims to structured courtroom procedure. The judge steps in, sets the tone, and begins establishing facts. Both parties are sworn in, and immediately the focus turns to numbers, cold, hard, verifiable numbers. The child is receiving Social Security benefits tied to the father's SSDI, and those payments are clearly defined. Monthly amounts, start dates, totals. Everything is laid out with precision. This is where the courtroom separates perception from proof. Because no matter how dramatic the accusations sound, the court runs on documentation. And as the mother confirms each figure, a financial framework starts forming. This isn't chaos anymore. It's calculation, and every confirmed number tightens the structure that will ultimately decide how much is owed and who is responsible for paying it.
Absolutely. That's correct.
All right. And with the credits provided, the state will request a judgment in the amount of $6,083.08 to be paid at $80 per month. Are you in agreement to that amount?
Yes.
And as it relates to the medical support arrears, the state has calculated medical support arrears with no credits in the amount of $130, to which the state will request that the father pays $10 per month towards that amount. Are you in agreement to that as well?
Yes.
And do you believe that the father has the ability to pay those as provided, those amounts as provided?
Yes.
And why is that you believe that, ma'am?
Well, he has assets that he could liquidate and pay for their arrearage. The last time I was here, I presented pictures. He's out of the country right now, probably in a luxury hotel. And I mean, he can afford to pay that. It's not a whole.
This is where the case gets technical, and honestly, this is where many people get lost, but not here. The court begins calculating arrears, credits, and offsets with surgical precision. We're talking about over $24,000 in child support arrears before credits are even applied. Then comes the Social Security offset, payments already made directly to the child, which significantly reduce that total. Step by step, the numbers are verified, confirmed, and agreed upon. No guessing, no assumptions. This is the backbone of family court, math over emotion. By the end of this segment, the debt is narrowed down to a specific judgment, $6,838. And just like that, what started as a massive financial burden becomes a structured repayment plan. But don't get it twisted. That remaining balance still carries serious weight.
So even though he may be receiving whatever $2,000 a month in Social Security, he has two incomes because he is also married. He lives in a $500,000 house or more. You have a Porsche. He has a Porsche. He has a Slingshot. He has a Range Rover, which I don't even know how anybody would pay or afford the insurance on that per month over with only $2,000. So that tells me he has access to pay it right there. I'm seeing pictures of luxury handbags and stuff. Liquefy one of those. So, it's not a whole lot of money.
All right. Well, thank you, ma'am. Do you have any additional information you'd like to offer to the court at this time?
No.
Nothing further from this party, Your Honor. At this time, Your Honor, the state would like to call the father here in this matter. Sir, can I get you to state your name for the record?
Yes, Antonio Johnson.
And Mr. Johnson, just to confirm, you are currently receiving SSDI in the amount of $2,100 per month. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You have two additional minor children. Is that correct?
Correct.
And is it your understanding that the child here in this matter started receiving benefits from your Social Security in the amount of $1,076 per month beginning somewhere around June 2025?
Yes, that's correct.
And it has been reported that the child has received a total in the amount of $18,084 for Social Security benefits since June 2025. Do you believe that to be correct?
That's correct.
All right. The state has calculated medical support going forward in the amount of $63 per month. Would you be in agreement to paying that, sir?
Say it again now. I'm sorry. Last
Yes.
part.
The state is requesting that you pay state medical in the amount of $63 per month. Are you in agreement to that amount?
Yes.
And the state will request that child support be set at $0 based off of the offset of the Social Security. Are you in agreement to that beginning October 1st, 2025?
Correct.
All right. The state has also calculated child support arrears in the amount of $24,167.08 without any credits.
Now this is where things get aggressive again. The mother steps forward and makes her argument crystal clear. This man can pay, not based on his reported income, but based on how he lives. She points to international travel, luxury hotels, high-end vehicles, and expensive possessions. Her logic is simple but powerful. Assets can be liquidated. In other words, if you've got wealth tied up in things, you can convert those things into cash. And that's a huge factor in court. Because ability to pay isn't just about income. It's about access. If you have resources, the court can consider them. Whether it's proven or not, this testimony reframes the entire situation. It's no longer about what he earns monthly. It's about what he actually has control over.
16th, 2025, and will request to provide credits based off of the Social Security payments in the amount of $18,084, thus taking a judgment in the amount of $6,083.08, to which the state will request that you pay $80 per month towards that amount. Would you be in agreement to that, sir?
Correct. Yes.
So just to confirm, you are in agreement to paying the $80 per month towards the judgment of $6,083.08?
Well, I'm in agreement on paying it, but I do have a question with the amount of child support that she's getting and the amount where the child support that's based off my income, and plus the extra money that she's getting, what I'm saying, with the Social Security. The problem I have is how come, what I'm saying, the extra $700 some dollars that she's getting, whatever it is, through Social Security can offset, the other $80 a month.
And sir, do you understand that that amount that's being confirmed is something that you already owe, but we are stopping child support going forward? Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, I do understand that part.
All right. The state has also calculated medical support in the arrears in the amount of $130 as of September 16th, 2025, and request that you pay that at $10 per month. Are you in agreement to that amount, sir?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
All right. Do you have any additional information that you would like to offer to the court at this time?
No, I do not.
All right. Nothing further from this party, Your Honor. Again, the state is requesting to confirm the arrears and set the child support at $0 and medical support at $63.
Okay, all right. I'm going to agree with the proposed order, which is the medical support at 63, the arrears judgment and payment of $80, and the payment of $10 a month on the small medical support arrears. The sooner you can pay off these child support and medical support arrears, that'll lower your payment altogether another $90 a month.
Okay.
So if you want to pay it all off, the $6,083 and the $130, if you want to just pay it all off, then you'll save yourself $90 a month, and the only thing you have to pay at that point is just the $63 a month. So it's to your benefit to pay it off sooner rather than later. If you take a while to pay it off, it will accrue interest, which means it'll add on to what you're paying, and it'll take you longer to pay it off. But that's up to you at the very.
All right, now the spotlight shifts. The father steps in, and this is where things get real. He confirms the basics. Yes, he receives SSDI. Yes, the child is getting benefits from that. And yes, he agrees to the proposed medical support payments. On paper, everything seems cooperative. But don't mistake agreement for simplicity. Because what's happening here is strategic compliance. He's aligning with the numbers the court has already verified. There's no point fighting facts that are already locked in. But beneath that agreement, tension is still there. Because while he accepts the structure, the underlying question remains. Does this fully represent his financial reality? And more importantly, is the court seeing the full picture?